it's a great question. So the hardest thing you can do is hold leadership accountable. I really believe that the VA is doing the best they can with a tremendous workload, and it's hard for them to keep up. But in the 10 years, 11 years that I've been home since my first deployment, I've seen tremendous change in the VA. Tremendous. Even at the Milwaukee VA, tremendous change. One thing that the VA is doing more of now is they're reaching out into the community, community-based agencies, nonprofits, foundations, and they're trying to work with them to get into the community because they feel like that's a better way to reach veterans, and I agree with them. A lot of veterans are hesitant to go to the VA, or they'll go once and they won't go back, or they'll have a bad experience and they'll be done forever. So what I would encourage people to do is two things. Hold leadership accountable to make sure that the VA is funded, to make sure that the VA is willing and open to receiving ideas from veterans and the veteran community about the sort of care that they would like, not just rely solely on, you know, you come see a counselor, you get a prescription, you go home. Equine therapy, therapy dogs, meditation, there's a host of ways that people can address the traumas that they have, but we can't just be so firm in like, no, these are the only ways. There's plenty of evidence that shows alternative methods work too. So holding those leaders accountable to make sure that that happens. The second thing, if you know veterans that are struggling, talk to them and do not judge their story. For veterans that are struggling to talk, tell the story to the people that you love, but only the parts that you're willing and able to tell at this moment. And over time, more will come out. Even if you don't talk about the bad stuff, you just talk about the fun stuff. You talk about playing football, you talk about going to the MWR at 3 o'clock in the morning to get on the internet because it was a little bit faster because there wasn't many, people awake. Whatever your story is, tell it. It's part of what made you you. And it's the part that allows you to start filling in the blanks with your family to know what your experience was like. When you're listening to a veteran, it's so important that you not judge them and say like, oh, I know that must be very hard. Just let them speak. Because otherwise, if they hear something that they feel sounds judgmental, they may never speak about it again. And really, it's about talking about it, it's about getting out, it's about using your words, not just shelling up and sitting in your basement. So hold leadership accountable, reach out to veterans, listen to them, listen to their story, do not judge them, encourage them to seek treatment.